On Monday, Marvel fans discovered old stock photos of Shang-Chi star Simu Liu. He claimed it was from a one-time modeling gig back in 2014, but we all know it's from the upcoming Shang-Chi and the Curse of QuickBooks. That may not be true, but we all know it's technically correct. Hey, that's the name of the show. Hey, everybody, and welcome to Technically Correct. We're Geeks Who Drink, and here's how this whole thing is going to work. In this first round, our director, AJ, will give us some questions from the Geeks Who Drink archives. We panelists will have 2 minutes to debate and then finally choose an answer for the group. At the end of the 2 minutes, we'll decide on our final answer, and AJ will tell us if we're right. Lather, rinse, repeat. If you're watching this live, we're watching the chat. Please chime in if you have anything witty or interesting to say about the question, but whatever you do, please don't shout out the answers. We can be wrong all by ourselves. Thank you very much. Before we get started, let's meet our panel. Joining us this week from Seattle, where he keeps it weird, it's Pio.
Enjoying the finest of Eastern European herbal liqueurs.
We said keep it weird. From Albuquerque, where he keeps it spicy, Eric Kohen. He's not keeping it spicy. And from Chicago, where he keeps it hep, our youth correspondent, Naaim. Oh, okay. Simu Liu is also an accountant. That's good. Look at this bonus information before we even get to the question.
Naaim, you do have a microphone. Don't forget.
Is that an accountant like people on TikTok are accountants?
No, he was an actual accountant and he got fired from his job, and that's when he went to become an actor.
Nobody asks you questions when you say you're an accountant. That's why I don't sing. Without further ado, AJ, please give us our first question.
Our first question of the evening, Nicole. Potato pom-poms is Australia's even cuter name for what snack?
Pom-poms? Like cheerleader pom-poms?
What other kind of pom-poms are there?
I don't know.
I mean, it's Australia. It could mean many number of things.
It probably means the buttocks or something in Australia, right?
I would buy it. My brother went to medical school in Australia, so he lived in Sydney for 4 years, and he still sometimes calls McDonald's Macca's. It'll just like come out of him.
Does he call
that makes it sound way cooler than it really is?
Yeah,
Macca's. Yeah, kind of man, right? Yeah.
Isn't that what
he'll be like, oh, you want to go to Macca's? And I'm like, what? Oh, yeah, no, yes, sure, let's go. Also, no worries. Macbeth? Those are the two things. The two things he brought back with him from Sydney are he says no worries a lot, and he called McDonald's Macca's occasionally.
And chlamydia.
Only if you brought back the koalas.
Koalas.
Oh.
This show's koala hate has been well established.
Okay, so pom-poms like round, so they're potato, right? So I was thinking like cheese balls or Cheetos, but we're talking potato. Unless Australians do some crazy shit like make cheese doodles out of potato, they wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, they're not. Potatoes are made.
Yeah, that sounds like an American thing.
Yeah, that's an American thing, right?
Because that does sound pretty good. If you just like you make like a little potato ball and then inject it with cheese. Seems like two great tastes that taste great together.
Yeah, that's the Mexi fries from Taco Time. They do that. Speaking of that, so I'm thinking maybe tater tots, or is it tater tots, or is it a non-fried snack?
The reason that I think it's tater tots is because the clue says even cuter name, which means that our name for it is already cute.
Is it? I don't know about things like cuteness. So okay.
Oh, I'm a cuteness expert.
Oh.
But
as long as they're not your own tot, the tots are always cute.
Man, I just tried to do an Australian accent and my brain stopped me. And it was the right move, folks, because it was going to come out Scottish and bad Scottish. Bad. I don't know why.
Thanks, Pio's brain, for saving us from that. So I think we have some consensus here. AJ, is it tater tots for us Americans?
It is tater tots.
Give me some tots. Isn't that the joke from Napoleon Dynamite? I don't know.
Napoleon, give me some of your tots.
There we go.
Whoa.
Thanks,
There it is.
senior
There
youth
it is.
correspondent.
Now do it in Australian.
And Napoleon, give me some of your potato pom-poms.
You know, it wasn't bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believed it.
Props.
The funny thing is, I've heard John's Scottish accent, and it sounds Australian.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's almost as though he only has one
Yeah.
foreign accent.
Yeah, it's almost like I should never talk.
I'm offended
Done.
for 2 countries now. Why don't we go ahead and move on to the next question? Winter is coming. Seasonal affective disorder troubles a whopping 10% of folks in what U.S. state?
All states have winter. Am I correct?
Well, I mean, some states have less winter than others.
Oh, all states have depression, right? That's a thing.
Our producer says this got sad really quick.
You invited me. What did you expect?
Yeah, the man can't do accents.
Yeah, I can't do accents. It's just
Just like
it's just one
the
disappointment
disease is
after the
called
other.
Sad.
Yeah,
Oh.
I wonder if that's a backronym. I wonder if they wanted to call it SAD first, and then I assume so.
Okay, so now is it one of the places where winter is really bad, like Massachusetts, right? And it's bad because you live in Massachusetts specifically, right? Or is it even farther? Is it Maine, the south of the north? What is it? Which one is it? Maine is the
I
south
mean, I
of the
feel
north.
like 10% isn't that high. Like we're looking for a state where 90% of the people don't have seasonal affective disorder. I feel like that doesn't exist.
That's California.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's pretty good. This might be a trick question.
There's just a whopping. There's like not another clue in the. I'm trying to like find another like ledge for a clue
Right.
in here, but it just seems like a.
I think
whopping?
we're skewing this question because we're like, no, people are sadder than this. This isn't right.
Yeah.
10%
We
of
have our
people
own
sad
personal
now.
bias.
If
This
I
must be
can't be
Hawaii.
happy, they shouldn't
Listen.
be either.
100% of people on this panel are sad all the time. So
Yes.
I'm only
Exactly.
sad 90% of the time.
Oh, the answer is Nicole. Now I
She's
would
doing a lot better now. She doesn't have to eat any more Czech food.
That's
no more
true.
check.
Oh.
I would guess that this is probably my state of Washington, but I don't know. This is. I mean, when you
Washington came to mind for me first too, but maybe it's just because you're there.
probably.
I thought about Michigan, but like just because they're buried under snow doesn't mean it's worse.
Yeah. And when we're talking about Washington, you're talking about the wet season, not specifically the winter. So when like the sun basically goes away, but that's only in the western part of the state. But there's only like 10 people that live in the eastern.
Could be
part
Alaska.
anyway.
Gets like
So
a
it
gets
could
like a
be
6 month
Alaska
winter.
too. Yeah,
Eric, what do you think?
Oh, I have to be the deciding one here?
Well,
yeah. It'll be your fault. Yeah.
John being sad really skews me towards Washington.
I think that might have to be our educated guess. AJ, is it Washington?
Washington is 100% wrong. It's Alaska,
Oh.
which does spend
Basically
a
Washington.
significant portion of its year in winter and a significant portion of time pretty much dark day
It's
round.
the darkness.
It's the
I mean,
darkness.
10% of people in Alaska, what is that, 50 people?
Yeah. That's not taking account all of the vampires that live there who are probably just delighted.
Small ends will skew your data. That's just true. Well, let's not go there. Let's go to Washington where only 9% of people are sad. It's got to be similar. AJ, can we have another question that's less sad?
Before the Olympics tried it, Ice Cube founded a basketball league with how many players per side?
52 players per side.
He called it the 52 pickup league.
Yeah, exactly. Is this a Space Jam question, or am I just really behind the times? No, it's not Space Jam. Nothing.
This is not Space Jam related. I haven't seen the new Space Jam, so it's possible that it's Space Jam 2 related, but it's not Space Jam 1 related.
I was at a wedding this weekend outdoors,
and they played Space Jam 2.
And they played Space Jam.
Wait, what?
The song.
What?
The song.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not the film.
I thought there's like a pulled a projector around and like played Space Jam.
I thought you were going to say they play basketball, and I was like, yeah, it's not bad.
That seems fun. Yeah.
You might be overdressed for it, but no.
Just the catchy hit by the Quad City
There is something
DJs.
cool about like playing basketball in a tux, though, right? Like that's just like, I don't know. It feels like it would get old real quick.
Yeah,
but like
it'd be a good photo, and then
the photos that you get from those first 5 minutes of basketball sound great.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything is better in a tuxedo. Playing video games in a tuxedo, classy as shit.
That's right.
Yoga though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would look great though.
Yeah, in a tuxedo,
in a tuxedo doing yoga. Come on.
Definitely.
I'm gonna try it someday.
Yeah, give it a shot. Playing
Ice Cube famously had a good day in which
yoga studio, just wearing a tux.
I'm here to yoga. I've never done it. I don't know what the term is.
Naaim is
yoga me up, yoga master.
Trying to help us actually answer the question.
Right.
No, Ice Cube famously had a very good day in which he fucked around and got a triple double. So do we know in that song how many people were playing on each side of the game?
Well, the triple double would be 3 times 2, so 6, which divided by 2 is 3. I don't think that's what any of those things mean, but I think it's probably the answer, right? 3?
Yeah, but 3x3 basketball was introduced this year in the Olympics, so I believe that is the correct answer.
I did watch it, and the best thing about that was like at least in the game that I watched, they played like exactly the songs that you would hear at a high school basketball game, like in the background. So it was all like jock jams.
Like during the Olympics, they're playing jock jams at the Olympics.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
My favorite thing is anytime Tony Hawk was on screen talking about skateboarding, they played Superman by Goldfinger. Like it was his theme song. It was great.
I really wish people did like the NBA Jam announcers for that too. He's heating up. He's on fire.
He's on fire.
Finland's Adrianowski is on fire.
So I think we're saying 3.
3. I'm sorry.
3. Yeah, let's go with 3.
The youth correspondent vote is correct with 3 on each side.
3x3 with the jock jams. All right. I think we do have time for another question at this moment. AJ, what is it?
Your next question. King Footsie and Pretzel were prototypes for what Milton Bradley game?
King Footsie. Don't go to that website, audience.
Yeah, that.
No.
Nobody Googles
That's
it.
like it's getting canceled real quick.
You know what? Sorry, no shaming. If you want to go to that website, I have no problem.
Feel free if you'd like to,
Yeah,
but like
free.
just know. Maybe go on incognito if it's your first time.
Yeah, that's true. What was the other one? King Footsie and Pretzel?
Pretzel.
This is Mousetrap, right? No, I don't. So I imagine.
I think I know, but I just want to say that this game is creepy. It's not COVID safe. It might encourage sexual harassment, or it's fun for the whole family. Like,
as long as all parties are consenting.
Yeah.
Is there no middle ground there?
I think we all understand what happens in the game.
You're talking about Fantasy Flight's Hunt for the Ring, aren't you?
Yeah.
No,
It's Scrabble.
Oh, Scrabble. Yeah.
There was a baseball player named Milton Bradley.
Was it the same? Was it the same? Same Milton Bradley? No
unrelated, no, completely no relation. No, he played. I think he retired like in like 2012 or 13. Well-known a-hole. Like nobody liked him.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking that the game is probably Twister, but what I'm curious about, like, isn't there something about Twister being like really, it was like they designed this game so people wouldn't like dance or have sex or something like that, and in reality it's like, well, have you looked at the rules? You kind of are dancing when you do this, but then again, I do think it is a very, very creepy game,
unless all parties are consenting.
Okay. Like, you can imagine like innocent fun for a group of like young kids that don't know that it's weird yet.
In the 50s.
Yeah.
But some creepy adult has to buy it for them.
Yeah, and set it up.
All right. Anybody think it's not Twister?
King Footsie. That's what?
What a weird choice. Like who
That was
thought
That makes it
prototype
creepier.
name for Don't
so much
Make Daddy.
creepier?
King Footsie. That's what. Let's call AJ King Footsie for the rest of the night.
Let's not.
Please no. Please no. Nicole, you are correct. It is Twister.
Oh, thanks for bailing us out of that,
Yeah.
just so that you wouldn't get called King Footsie.
Now I'm doing it. King Footsie.
I will literally just end the stream.
That's the way Pia's going to start all his emails to AJ from now on.
AJ's
Dear
going to put us
King
on
Footsie.
punishment. But fortunately, it's time for our first ad break. So we'll see you back here in a few. Hey, we're back for the rest of our technically correct round. Remember to try to be as funny as us in the chat. It's a low bar, but don't shout out the answers. AJ, what is our next question?
Our next question, Nicole. On the UK's Bristol stool chart, 3 of the 7 classifications compare your poo to what meat products?
I don't like this. This is
I was really hoping when it said stool chart that it was going to be about chairs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It went there. I don't like
I
it.
think we all hoped it was going to be chairs, but really figured it was going to be poo.
Oh, I didn't hope for Cheers at all.
Yeah, this is your wheelhouse, Eric.
Right. Yeah, this is good. We're good. I know the answer already. You got to wait around for a minute, 40 seconds. Fine. Come up with funny jokes.
You know what? Even if I knew the answer, I wouldn't tell you because I'm a lady.
What did the other four compare it to different meat? Are they all meat products? I mean, we're talking about the UK. It's a very meat centric.
Yeah, have you seen British food?
Yeah, it's very meat centric, right?
Yeah.
What type of pork pie does number 4 look like? That's a Cornish pasty. Oh, you have butt cancer.
Jesus.
That's what it's for, right?
That got dark real quick.
It's been dark all day. I have seasonal affective disorder. And the season is life.
Well, it was dark, and that's why you went to the doctor in the first place.
There you go. Thank you, Captain.
Hey, yeah.
This potty humor is beneath me, guys.
Well, I see what you did there. I see.
From
You. I actually don't like. There's a lot of things I could guess here, but I don't know it. Like I would be like, I don't know, hot dogs, ground beef, pork and beans. Like I don't know. Give me a lot.
You're making it worse.
I know. There's no winning with this question, Nicole.
Yeah, if it looks like pork and beans, there's probably a problem.
Eric, please tell us the answer so that Pio stops naming foods.
I mean, he was pretty spot on. I'm nearly positive it's sausages.
Oh, sure.
The type
That
of
makes sense.
Yeah.
corn sausages,
intuitive.
German
Yeah.
sausages, breakfast sausage.
That's a food that they have in the UK.
That's pretty much all they have, right? Sausages.
Yeah.
Potatoes.
Well, I mean meat products, but yes, I believe parts of the UK were famous for potatoes.
Or their lack of potatoes.
The worst part is really when you compare it to blood sausages, because then you really need a doctor.
Oh, you guys are so gross. I can't with this. AJ, is it sausages so we can stop talking about poop?
Eric Kohen knows his shit. It is sausages.
That's good. Oh,
Been sitting on that one.
hey.
Well done. I don't want to talk about poop anymore. Give us another question.
Because they're simply the best, what singer once inked a $3 million insurance policy on her legs?
Pio, I saw you mouth simply the best.
That's right. And that is that the song we're talking about? That was by Cardi B. If I know my music that the kids listen to these days.
Youth correspondent. Is it Cardi B?
Cardi B is certainly a person who is real. Yes.
That's what I was hoping for, at least in the ballpark.
To be fair, Cardi B is the kind of person that would do this.
Probably.
Yeah, I could buy that.
I am known for, I believe, confusing these two people because I saw a mural and it was Tina Turner, who I believe is the answer. And I was like, that's Cardi B, right? And it wasn't. And I feel stupid, and I'm just sharing that with everyone tonight.
Where was this mural?
It was on the wall of a hotel room in Las Vegas. And you might be asking, why was I in a hotel room in Las Vegas? I didn't want to be there. It was for work.
Mm-hmm. It's always for work.
Yeah.
No one goes to Vegas for fun.
He wants to voluntarily do a work thing.
Yeah. Where exactly does the insurance of the leg end? That's what I want to know.
Where does the leg end?
At the pelvis, right? I would think at the pelvis.
Like at the ball joint. Like if like they were shot like right, like kind of in, or just like cut somewhere in the lower stomach. Like, no, that's not, like, did a doctor have to say, I'm sorry, this is no longer the leg. We can't pay out the insurance. I mean, this is just a hypothetical, of course, but
I mean, I feel like the leg is
it's
pretty.
not like you're hypothesizing about being a murderer or just someone who slices people's legs off.
no, I would not do that.
that wouldn't be a hypothesis.
But as an insurance adjuster, I'm very curious.
The thing is that as far as we know, she never had to use this insurance policy. So fortunately, the world didn't have to find out. Does anybody object to possibly the answer being Tina Turner?
Her legs were simply the best.
Yeah, she got legs. She knows how to use them.
Wait, that's a different song, right?
Wrong song. Yeah.
Okay.
Same lady. No, different lady. Different guy.
Yeah.
AJ,
Was that Cardi B?
Is it Tina Turner?
It is Tina Turner.
Nice. Yes, I knew the other one was ZZ Top. I was just testing you.
She really should have insured herself against Ike Turner.
Ooh.
Maybe that was. I do like M's comment in the chat that if the legs go all the way up, it's the whole body, right? So that seems accurate to me. I think that's a loophole for insurance companies. You're going to close that. Technically correct. Sponsored by Allstate tonight.
A lot of people did describe her as all legs.
Yeah.
So you might have an argument there.
That's a court argument right there.
Yeah. AJ, can we get a non-leg?
That's farmers.
Before we start upsetting our insurance sponsors, can we get another question?
Your next question. Hans Gudegast was the unofficial name of the tiny yodeler from what Price is Right game?
Isn't Hans Gudegast the bad guy from Die Hard?
Hans Gruber, close, right?
Yeah.
I can picture the guy.
Yeah. Hans Gudegast was a mortal enemy of King Footsie, if I recall.
Hans Gudegast of the Hampton Gudegasts?
Yeah, the Habsburg Gudegast, I believe. Yeah. Oh, wait, are you talking about New Money? Yes, New Money. Yes.
Yeah.
The Hampton Gudegast. That's correct.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eric,
all of us have been sick and home from school and watched The Price is Right? So we should know this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, with Drew Carey.
Was just
that's a joke.
Bob Barker's nickname for his.
I want to be very clear. I did not grow up with Drew Carey on The Price is Right. I am not that young. I grew up with Bob Barker. Don't worry.
And Bob Barker was like, "Hey, ladies, put your hand in my pocket." Or was that Richard Dawson? Which one? Which creepy old school game show host? It's the same. It's the same. One or the other. Yeah. That was both. Nice.
Yeah.
I remember this. When I was 5, I had to go to the hospital because I had really bad asthma, and my mom told the nurses to come in and do stuff like tests on me and like IVs and stuff when The Price is Right was on, because I was easily distracted by The Price is Right.
Was that accurate?
Yeah.
Oh,
it worked.
I had a spinal tap when Plinko was on. I didn't even notice.
It was synchronizing. I did actually love Plinko, but Plinko is like a basic bitch answer. Everybody loves Plinko.
Didn't LeBron James like reboot and do an entire show on Plinko? Was that a fever dream?
That sounds familiar, and I can't remember the name of it. But yes, I remember him doing.
Was it Plinko?
The Maze or the Drop? Maybe it's called the Drop. I think Chris Hardwick hosted it. The Wall
with Chris Hardwick.
Chris Hardwick, yeah.
Is it?
Oh, that's a shame.
It's vague. Is it called Mountain Climber, folks? Not AJ. Everybody else is not AJ.
It's Cliffhangers.
Cliffhanger.
But I'm not positive.
Both of those sounded equally right to me.
Eric,
I'm going to need you to go with an answer.
80s action movie.
What? Wait, Eric, what?
I say Cliffhanger. Just because John Lithgow's horribly evil in that.
John Lithgow's the best.
Let's
what about
go with
Footloose? He was pretty evil.
AJ.
Footloose.
It is Cliffhanger.
Hey.
You know why I thought
took the roundabout way of getting there.
I exercise, and that's a thing.
That sounds like a bit of a subtweet right there.
Oh, this is a humble brag.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to the gym.
Yeah. As an intellectual who goes to the gym.
All right.
I think it's Peloton.
Shh, the sponsors.
If we could get that Peloton money. Anyway, your last question of Technically Correct. Like the full name suggests, IPAs were popularized by what company from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Disney?
Yeah. Disney loves those IPAs.
Don't they?
I think You can only drink in like the one part of Disney World, right? Once again, I don't drink, so I'm not sure how this works. But it's what's the area called in Epcot where you go around the world? Is it called Around the World?
That's called Epcot. I don't know. All of Epcot is a whole experiment in the world, right?
Right, but there's like the one where you go to like different cuisines of the world, and then you can get all the different beers of the world there.
Have you been to Epcot, Naaim?
I like 15 years ago.
I don't know what you're saying, but I will let you know that very few people will try to stop you from drinking anywhere in Disney World.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
In Disneyland, they will sell you beer just like to wait in line with, because California.
It's pretty good. I'm not a beer person. I prefer my bottles of liquor extremely small.
Yeah.
Well, look at his tiny yodeler.
Yeah, it's my tiny. Just to be clear, I've had about 30 of these, and they're pretty strong.
All right. That's a lot of plastic. You could have just gotten one big one.
These are glass. I'm not a farmer.
What's in there? Okay. So I love IPAs. It's shocking that at the moment I'm not drinking an IPA. I'm usually drinking an IPA. They are India Pale Ales. I didn't see Pirates of the Caribbean. Don't at me. But
Good flick.
All of them? How many? There's like 10,
No,
right?
the first one is good. The rest of them are okay.
Listen, the ride is really good.
There's got to be India, right? So is it historically accurate? Is it the Dutch East India Company?
Yes. I think they only ever called the East India Company. I don't think they say Dutch in the movies, but yes.
It's the British Pale
British.
Limeys Company.
So I think Tom Hollander is in the first one too.
Okay. Is it the Dutch East India Company?
Well, drop the Dutch, and it is the East India Company.
See, that's why I put it in parentheses.
They just wouldn't fit on your slide, Captain Footsie. That's why it's East India Company. I'm sorry.
If you feel an answer is incomplete or incorrect, you can always
Footsie.
contact the Erogenous Zone at geekswhodrink.com.
Be sure to address your complaints to King Footsie. Okay, we got to leave that joke in this round. Fortunately for AJ and the rest of us, so that we don't incur his wrath. That does it for our first round, but the real fun starts after this break when we stop singing Kumbaya and start messing with each other in the round we call Technically Incorrect. Stay right here. correct, and specifically to our second round, technically incorrect. First, though, remember that you can check out Geeks Who Drink pub quizzes in bars across this great land just about every night, and you can get a quick hit of trivia on YouTube every weekday around lunchtime. Make sure you subscribe to this channel before you go so you don't miss anything. And we have a whole quiz on Twitch every Monday night, and you can even book us to do a private quiz virtually or in person. For details on that stuff, bookmark geekswhodrink.com and follow us on the socials. Now for technically incorrect. In this round, the panel will still have 2 minutes to answer each question, but there's no more teamwork. Everyone is out for themselves. That means we'll be actively trying to psych each other out, and you should be too. Put your most plausible wrong answers in the chat, and we'll throw them into the mix. And now feel free to shout them out too. There's no one to embarrass but yourselves in the comfort of your own home. At the end of the timer, we'll all write down our answers and show them to see who is right, by which I mean the panelists will do that. You don't have to show us your answers. We will not judge you. AJ, start us off.
Our first question for technically incorrect. What animal term describes a beer that has been tainted by exposure to UV rays?
I said a bear. I was like, a bear? Like a bear sunning themselves? That's hot. There's nothing wrong with that.
Which means very, very warm because of all the fur.
I was referring to people like myself and Eric when I was saying bear, but whatever.
Because of all the fur, it's very, very warm.
All the fur, it's a very, very warm. It's another beer question. Where's my Eastern European herbal question?
I feel discriminated against as someone who doesn't drink.
I mean, I don't see Pirates of the Caribbean, but I knew that.
It's true. It's true. But what is the animal term? The animal term. It's a dog beer. The beer's been dogged. It's been dogged by UV, and you're going to think it's something else, but that isn't UV light. That is simply the heat and the humidity of the air, not the UV light itself. So that's what I'm writing down. The answer.
I literally don't know.
You live in Seattle. You have no idea what sunlight does.
I wouldn't know it no matter where I lived, Eric. I'm trapped in this laboratory.
I don't know.
I think you do.
And no, I really don't. Which is a shame because I do drink beer. I think the bear answer is kind of good because it seems like it sounds fancy somehow.
The beer has been bared.
You got it wrong. You say that when you really like it. It's a very good beer.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
It was a very good beer.
That's a Simpsons reference, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That show's older than you, isn't it?
Reference from a season that aired before you were born?
Very possible. I don't know. I watched it all in reruns on ABC. There was one with Tony Hawk and Blink-182 when I was a kid. That was dope.
Nice. Well, here we are. Time to reveal our answers.
See, you knew what it was, Nicole.
No, I didn't. I just thought maybe that was right.
What?
My brain knew.
All right.
That's points all around for skunked.
Do I get the extra point for writing the ED?
Don't be a suck up.
Of course not. Of course not. That makes no sense. I wouldn't.
Hey,
I wouldn't give the extra points. I would be mad to take it.
And listen, skunks are adorable. All right, they're adorable creatures. They have a bad rap because they smell.
Are you like a skunk advocate?
Yes.
You know skunks?
I follow the Twitter account Skunk Every Hour, and it's an adorable picture of a skunk every hour of the day. And you know what? They're adorable. Check it out.
A lot of them.
Geeks Who Drink, sponsored by Skunk Every Hour and Allstate.
Or Farmers, depending on
both, all of them.
And Peloton. Sweet. AJ, while we wait for those checks to roll in, can we get another question?
Your next question. Apple made old iPhone accessories obsolete in 2012 by adopting what proprietary connector style?
I'm legally. I was for a very long time legally not allowed to own Apple products. So I don't know the answer to this one.
What, like, because you signed a contract?
I can't go into the details of the legal prescriptions about it, but let's say it involved espionage. Let's go with that.
Ooh.
So,
Like of the corporate variety?
Maybe. And who said just one? You don't just get one type of espionage with me. Anyway, I have never owned
seasonal affective espionage
disorder.
You've never owned an Apple product?
I've actually never owned like any Apple product, I think, kind of ever. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it that way.
In the chat, Alex says USB-C, which is the first thing that I thought too.
But it's not proprietary. USB-C isn't proprietary to Apple. Everyone can use that, right?
It's in fact open.
Yeah, right?
I've never seen it anywhere else though.
Really?
Have you not owned a phone in the last 10 years, or were they all?
Everything I own is Apple.
Do you not own a Nintendo Switch, Nicole?
I have not been in possession of a video game console since 1997.
As an intellectual, I only own Apple stuff. Thanks, Nicole.
I have my iPod over there, my 5th gen iPod that I got super into iPod modding over quarantine. And that has a 30-pin connector, which is certainly proprietary.
Ooh, I have seen that one.
The point is, when is a SCSI port going to make its comeback?
We're waiting. We're waiting
on that. That was great. I need all of my plugs to have 2 prongs on the side to hold it in place so it doesn't fall out under its own weight.
It was a great idea.
That's called a SCSI port?
Yeah. SCSI.
SCSI.
Is one of those S's secure?
I don't know.
I think it stands for. I think it was actually small. The irony was it wasn't small whatsoever.
Yeah. Small computer system interface. I think that's it. Small computer system interface. And you don't need that because the word is SCSI. That's the only word you need.
All right. I think we need answers for this proprietary style.
Oh, once again, points all around. The lightning connector is the correct answer, and something that most of us wish they would just finally freaking abandon.
I almost said Thunderbolt.
Though, that USB-C, like, I bought a new iPhone, and that's the connector, and like, you can't use it in any cars that were built before 2021 because the end is USB-C in all the cars.
It's USB-C on the other end for charging, but most non-Apple devices have USB-C on the device side.
Oh, but the little one?
Yeah. The USB-C is what's on this phone and these earbuds. And what else do I have around me? This Switch controller.
Oh, wow. You have a lot of non-Apple
this water bottle, my glasses.
You would laugh. Wait a minute. I have a water bottle that
is
has
this show and tell? I have a 3D printed Yoda.
Does it have a USB-C port though?
I think it's a
got a tiny bomb.
Micro USB. It's a bottle that it purifies the water with UV light.
Yeah, USB-C replaced micro USB.
If you pour your beer in there, you can instantly skunk it.
It's a skunking bottle.
Oh yeah, sorry. We are upsetting our sponsors. All right. Let's move on to another question.
Which Adam Sandler movie was almost redeemed by having Rodney Dangerfield play Lucifer?
Oh, there's only like 2 or 3 Adam Sandler movies, right? So it's
No, well, but they're like 12. But
he's not famous for making 800 movies a year.
Yeah, so this will be an easy process of elimination, right?
Right. It's not Uncut Gems because
right. It's
Rodney Dangerfield was already dead.
Dangerfield was played by Drew Barrymore
in that movie.
50 First Dates.
Oh, so it was My Dinner with Andre. I believe that was an Adam Sandler piece. Life is Beautiful. It's another Adam Sandler movie. So it's probably one of those or the others, right?
What was the one with J-Lo?
The Cage, not The Cage, The Cell.
Is he in one with J-Lo?
Yes, he is.
Rodney
I believe
Dangerfield?
you. I just
Is that
What do you
Hotel Transylvania?
Oh, is it Big Daddy? In the chat, Alex says Big Daddy.
is J-Lo? No, that's not J-Lo.
J-Lo's not in
Selma
Big Daddy.
Hayek is in Grown Ups.
And
Jon Stewart's in Big Daddy.
Yeah, but he's the daddy biologically, if I recall.
Yeah,
In
but
that movie.
actually,
sorry, spoilers.
Wait, no,
everyone.
I thought the daddy in Big Daddy was Lucifer, played by Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
I don't know
You're right.
anything about Big Daddy.
What would you like to know?
Isn't the kid Cole Sprouse or Dylan Sprouse or both of them?
That I don't know.
Those are
I
people
believe
of
the kid
your
in Big Daddy is the
generation.
Sprouse twins.
For some reason, in my head, it's Jake Lloyd, which I know is not correct.
No,
But-
Jake Lloyd is the kid in Jingle All the Way, though.
Yes, that is correct. And
Yeah.
famously,
Which was the best Star Wars prequel of them all?
Jingle All the
Yeah.
Way. Yeah,
The Clone Wars.
the Clone Wars.
Our producer says it was both of the Sprouses.
She also
Oh.
spelled Sprouse wrong.
Oh,
that's uncalled for. No,
That's
Why-
fine. Listen,
why you gotta
correspond.
call
I gotta
Diana?
know these things. I gotta know these things.
All right. Well,
I
for
don't even
Naim's,
know
Left
who
with Zach
that
and
is.
Cody.
for Naim's
What
final
the
show,
Sprouse?
what are your answers for this question? Little Nicky, it's still points all around. Nobody has managed to break this tie yet.
I did not know if this was true, but I had a vague memory that was an Adam Sandler movie that seemed to have something to do with the devil.
Yeah, like, are there? The honest question: are there any other Adam Sandler movies that feature the devil? I mean, obviously, the devil was involved in all of the production of movies,
Right.
but does the
I
devil
believe
actually?
Jack and Jill was actually written by the Satan.
I see. But
Just
but
executive produces the rest.
yeah, but does
Yeah,
did the devil appear in any others? I don't think so. But maybe someone in the chat can let us know if they know if the devil appeared. I mean, Happy Gilmore showed heaven, but I don't believe it showed hell at all.
In fact, Chubbs from Happy Gilmore is in Little Nicky. He has a cameo.
Ooh. All right. So I think we have another question now.
It's our last question
Okay.
before the next break. That is not the right question.
True.
John Legend
Congratulations.
completed his EGOT in 2018 by producing a live TV run of what Weber musical?
Oh man.
So-
Well,
It's got to be a Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, right?
Well,
Well,
that doesn't even
yeah.
narrow
that's
it down.
really in the question.
It's like a Weber Grill sponsored musical. You know,
I'm gonna go with
Oklahoma.
my favorite Weber musical, Starlight Express.
I am very bad at musicals, but one time I did meet John Legend.
What?
So,
That's cool.
Yeah, I went to the Ohio State University, and that was a place where people wanted people to vote for Obama a lot in 2008, Naaim, back before you were born, when I was
Sure.
in college. And so Obama came, but many Obama
I voted for
surrogates-
Obama in 2012.
many Obama surrogates came, and John Legend was an Obama supporter. So he came and played the piano for like 3 songs. And I was volunteering with the College Democrats, and he was just like waiting before he had to start playing the piano. And I went over and like tapped him on the shoulder. I touched him. And he said, "Excuse me, Mr. Legend, can I please take a picture with you?"
And he said, "Never touch me."
No, I do have a picture with him, but unfortunately it was when I was trying to make bangs work. So no one will ever see that photo.
So the beauty of John Legend doesn't eclipse you with bangs. That's
true.
that's serious. That is serious, right?
It was
there.
a bad look.
So I'm also not a musical person, but I do know some Andrew Lloyd Webber. Did John Legend make a series based on Cats? I don't think that happened, but I want it to happen. But could it have happened?
You know,
Was it
what I
Cats?
will say is I think the thing that made Cats 2019 not work is that at the beginning of the Rum Tum Tugger song, Rum Tum Tugger does not say Jason Derulo, which is the whole problem. It would have made the movie so much better.
That was it. That was the only.
That was the only issue. Yeah. How are you gonna have Jason Derulo play your cat and not have him say Jason Derulo?
There also like a you could see his thick Schwanson through his costume in that bit.
I mean, listen, maybe. No, Taylor was Grisabella, I think, right? I don't know. Somebody will correct me in the chat, but
I did hear that cat's was a little too suggestive.
Well, listen, when Idris Elba is one of your cats, it's gonna be suggestive.
Too sexy.
Maybe it was Idris Elba's bulge that everyone saw. It was probably all their bulges. Let's be honest.
Well, as much as I like schlong talk, your time is up. What is your answer? Jesus Christ, we're still not breaking the tie as we go into the final break. The next break. It is Jesus Christ Superstar.
You guys were so good at this.
Superstar.
They should give us a job.
We should get EGOTs for this.
Well, we have just a few more questions to answer, but it is time to pay the bills once again. Stay tuned after this break for the rest of Technically Incorrect. Welcome back to Technically Incorrect, the game where everyone tries to be right after everyone tries to be wrong. Remember, you should also be trying to psych us out in the chat. We are very gullible. AJ, make with the questions.
A Welsh girl turned her skin yellow in 1999. by chugging a liter a day of what quasi-juice brand?
Quasi juice? What? Pray tell, what is quasi juice?
I think he's the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Well, the Hunchback wasn't Welsh. That was French. Come on.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Okay, so Naaim, this is something you genuinely will not believe, but there used to be a drink called Fruitopia.
I remember Fruitopia.
So yeah,
The movie. Oh, no.
I feel like that might be it. That might be why they don't make it anymore.
Because somebody turned yellow.
Yeah, you're mixing it up with Boku. Boku was discontinued because of staining people's skin. Because of this, I mean, it was more than just the Welsh girl, but she was the most famous evidence of this. Boku, which was advertised by comedian Richard Lewis, right? And then reappeared on the Marvel show Loki, right? Boku.
This is not something that I have ever heard of.
You've never heard of Boku?
I only know Richard Lewis from Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's great in that.
Mad About You. There we go. And,
I do know him from
Richard
Mad About
Lewis
You.
is on Curb Your Enthusiasm, right? Yeah. Come on. Get with the Richard Lewis fans here. Come on.
I mean, I got nothing against Richard Lewis.
What beverage causes jaundice? That's really what we're asking here, right? What Welsh girl got jaundice from drinking something?
And is it
Crystal Pepsi?
Yeah, is it because of like the color of the quasi juice, or is it just the chemicals in it? Like, could it be like Crystal Light or something like that?
Oh,
Better not be Crystal Light.
The point is, what's wrong with the Welsh?
Oh, a lot. Where should we start? Their language.
Before we offend any of our Welsh fans,
we're sponsored by the Welsh government.
I learned, somebody has been complaining because the dragon or whatever on the Welsh flag does not have a penis, and they're trying to reform that. So,
where did you learn that? Where did you learn that, Nicole?
On NPR.
It's also featured on the Geeks Who Drink Friday current events quiz show called Recently in Stuff, starring beautifully blue-eyed Aaron Retka, who talks about that same thing. I thought that's where you learned that, but apparently not.
I was lying just to set you up, Pio. Thanks for picking up what I put down.
Alley-oop.
And now that we've paid those bills, what are your answers? Tang, V8, Sunny D, and Sunny D. V8 is completely wrong. It is Sunny Delight with a point each for Pio and Eric, finally breaking at least half of the tie.
I was thinking Sunny Delight that I second guessed myself. I'm like, V8 is like carrots. Carrots can turn you.
That's true. Carrots can change your skin color if you overdose on them. That is.
It didn't even occur to me to think about Sunny D, but it's because Sunny D is gross.
Yeah, because you're like, the Welsh don't drink Sunny Delight.
Yeah, Tang seemed more plausible.
Oh, look who could afford real orange juice on this panel.
Stop attacking me for my
have to make mimosas with Sunny Delight because we're poor.
Yeah.
Sunny Delight's terrible. You'd be better with Tang.
Tang is just powdered. It's just powdered Tang and then water. That's
just put the Tang in.
Tang is what the astronauts drink.
Yeah. Astronauts, Welsh people, what's the difference?
Yeah, it's basically the same. You're right.
They all want penises on their dragons.
I swear that's
moving on to our next question. In 1987, the MLB's Rookie of the Year award was renamed after what first guy to win one?
I've already used
all the tie was going to be broken at some point anyway.
Yeah, I've already used my sports knowledge saying alley-oop, so I got nothing for this one. We're talking about baseball, right? Am I at least in the ballpark? I hate myself. I don't like myself. I mean, for a lot of reasons, but also because
I'm confused because the National League and the American League have different Rookie of the Year awards. And also, I don't think they're named after a person anymore. They might have been then. I don't know. I also could be wrong that they're not anymore.
Who played the lead in the children's movie Rookie of the Year? Is it that person?
Uh, no, because that person's dead.
What? Hold on. What?
So the thing is that Naaim is really good at baseball, but also this is definitely before he was born.
That is true.
It's before I was born, probably. So I don't know. I can only name like 2 old-timey baseball players.
And they had to have been rookies and done really well.
So it's probably not Babe Ruth, but it could be Joe DiMaggio, and I only know him because he's in that Madonna song Vogue, and maybe dated Marilyn Monroe.
I mean, 1987. That's I don't like. Yeah, it's like.
Well, no, it was named after somebody in 1987.
Yeah, so somebody who had it before. But also, I know one
anyway.
more thing about Joe DiMaggio, and this is the extent of my baseball knowledge. Even after Marilyn Monroe died, he sent flowers to her grave every week.
He didn't deliver them himself
till he died. Well, sometimes he did, but he was busy.
Yeah, he was traveling around America
as the rookie of the year.
As the rookie of the year. I'm going to guess 1987's National League Rookie of the Year was Mike Piazza, but I have no idea for sure.
You know that song, Piazza, New York Catcher?
No, but that's what he did. That was his job. He was the catcher for the New York Mets.
It's the only thing I know about him. This much baseball knowledge. All right, answers.
I don't know this.
Cy Young, Mickey Mantle, Cy Young, and Don Mattingly. That is points for nobody, with Jackie Robinson as the correct answer.
He's famous for a different thing. You misled me.
Overthought it.
And his mom, Mrs. Robinson, was in that song.
Mark McGwire was the American. Oh, wait, did they not separate it in 87? Was it just MLB Rookie of the Year in 87? Because now they separated National League, American League. So I was thinking it would have been separate. But Mark McGwire did play many years. He played a few years for the Cardinals, but began his career with the Oakland Athletics of the American League.
I thought about Jackie Robinson, and then I was like, they didn't say he was black. So then I dismissed her. I underestimated our question writers, and I shouldn't have done that. AJ, can we have another question?
We can, and it's finally one in your wheelhouse, Nicole.
Hey!
Peppy, Slippy, and Falco are your useless anthropomorphic wingmen in what Nintendo series?
What was the last console you owned, Nicole?
The Super Nintendo.
I believe this was this was on Super Nintendo, right?
I think this came out on Super Nintendo. So there you go. I
know the N64 version because that was the one that I would have played.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have an N64. I had a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I was Team Sega as well. I must say, and I was Altered Beast, not Sonic the Hedgehog. All of this means Nicole understands everything we're saying right now.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
That's true.
Good one.
There's a background joke in Sonic the Hedgehog the movie where one of the streets is called Mega Drive.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I gotta stop you right here. I watched that the other day.
Yeah.
And all the weed in Albuquerque could not make that a good movie.
It's fine. It's not good, but it's all right. It's decent. It's not like amazing.
You know what? I skipped it, and I'm going to watch part 2 only because Idris Elba is going to be in
Idris Elba's Knuckles?
Yeah.
Okay, so over here at this show, we all stand Idris Elba.
Idris Elba is going to play a character with 4 Swanson.
That's why we all watched Cats, right? Because Idris Elba's in it.
Yeah, and now he's going to have 4 of them.
Yes, and also, the elegant Mr. S himself, Ben Schwartz, plays Sonic the Hedgehog. He's great.
To be clear, let's clear up a few things. He's going to play Knuckles, who's an echidna, who would, I believe, have 4 penises. Correct?
Is Knuckles Sonic's BFF, the little squirrel thing?
No,
that's Tails.
That's
Tails is a fox.
He's a fox.
But Knuckles is also Sonic's friend, but not initially, but then I don't know.
And to be clear, it's Miles, Tails, Powers, which I believe
Miles Prower. No, it's Miles Prower because it's miles per hour. Miles per hour.
Oh, I see. Oh,
cute.
And you know what? There was someone in the chat who taught me
Sonic the
that.
Hedgehog is a gateway to becoming a furry.
That is a fact.
So
I'm not speaking from personal experience, but I know it to be a fact.
You've seen it happen to others.
There's nothing wrong with that, folks.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that if Idris Elba is your god.
Yeah, that too.
Fair enough.
I do have an interesting Sonic the Hedgehog fact, which is totally the answer. So you should write it down, Nicole. But in the very first game, you turned it on, right? You turned the cartridge on, and it went Sega. That took up like 90% of the memory on the cartridge.
Oh, yeah.
Like just that sound clip.
Really?
Because voice clarity is so hard to do small. Just that little advertisement was like most of the memory on the cartridge.
They really thought it was worth it.
Yeah.
All right, now that Sega's check has cleared, why don't we get into your answers? Star Fox, that's points all around.
Use the boost to get through.
I played video games in 1995. And not since.
I never played Star Fox, but Falco's great in Smash.
Yeah, Star Fox and Falco were my Smash choose.
I mostly played Kirby's
Mine's Sonic the
Dream
Hedgehog,
Course.
actually.
What'd you say, Nicole?
I mostly played Kirby's Dream Course. It's a golf game where Kirby is the ball.
They said Dream Chorus, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds so, like a very
he's the
trippy
protagonist,
game.
But also you just go like flinging him around. It's cute. If you too knew about Kirby's Dream Course, please let me know in the chat. I don't want to be alone. AJ, what is our last question?
Our last question of the evening. Including the Fort Gratiot Beacon near Port Huron, what state has a whopping 124 lighthouses?
It's a lot of lighthouses. A lot of useless structures because of technology now.
They're pretty.
Sure. So it's got to be a state with water. So not Arizona.
Our producer very wisely says that you need them for chip bag logos. Lighthouses. Otherwise, what would you put on them?
What? Potato chips? Logo?
Yeah.
What brand is that?
The one with the lighthouse on it, duh.
I eat Pringles. Thank you, our sponsor tonight, Pringles.
Are we able to do this show without shouting out like 8,000 brands?
All it takes is one to pay for
All it takes is one, and this is our dream board. We're just putting the energy out there.
Yeah. This is our Pinterest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're shooting the moon and hoping for Pringles.
There you go.
Fort Gratiot. Cape Cod chips. Yeah, that's right.
Now,
Where's
did
Cape
anyone
Cod?
play the computer
Massachusetts?
game Lighthouse back in the day? It was like a Myst knockoff
No.
from Sierra Online.
I'm
No?
familiar with it, but I did not play it. No.
Oh.
I played Star Fox. But didn't they cancel lighthouses after William Dafoe and Cedric Diggory had sex with one in that movie? Or
is that what happens in that movie?
Is that what happened? I never saw it, but I thought that's
those are certainly the two in it.
Yeah, I thought that's just basically what happened.
I heard that the film was disturbing, but I thought it was gore, not like that.
I didn't think it was gore. I thought it was like just psychologically disturbing.
But Nicole, Willem Dafoe and Cedric Diggory having sex with a lighthouse can't not have gore. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it.
It's worse than the poop question. I rebuke it.
Now, I like how Pio keeps saying Cedric Diggory, but in an email to me earlier this week, had no idea about Harry Potter things. I don't know where he lies.
Is that not that guy's name?
It
Oh, it's Robert Pattinson because of the whole David Bowie vampire movie.
All right.
Oh, I think you mean
Robert Pattinson is his Christian name.
I don't want to think about this movie anymore. I think we need answers.
Michigan, North Carolina, and Michigan. That's points for everybody but Jon Pio with Michigan.
Why has it got so many stupid lighthouses? It's not on the ocean.
I don't know, but it is
lakes.
on Lake Huron.
It's a lake. Well, you're not gonna hit
it's a great lake.
Yeah, but you're not gonna hit the coast in a lake. It's pretty small. It's calm.
It's a great lake.
It's a great lake. It's a pretty big lake.
Great.
You better put some respect on that lake.
Yeah, it's great. Thank you, Frosted Charm.
I know you've seen Lake Michigan. It's a pretty big lake.
It is, but I don't think it needs lighthouses. Come on.
You should go there and see if you can see without them, huh?
All right, there's been 1,500 shipwrecks across Lake Michigan, according to the internet.
And so I guess those fucking lighthouses aren't doing shit.
It means build more. Just build more.
Just one lighthouse every 10 feet.
Listen, the answer is not investing in more and more into big lighthouse. That is not the answer.
Well, that's all.
This episode brought to you by the lighthouse industry.
Cape Cod chips and big lighthouse.
That's all the questions we have for this week. But we do still have one thing for you to vote on after all. The winner of our show. AJ will pop up a poll and you can choose the panelist who you thought did the best job tonight by whatever criteria you feel like. But before then, there is at least one quantifiable measurement available to us. AJ, who scored the highest during the technically incorrect round?
Scoring the most this evening in Technically Incorrect is Eric.
See, he was being quiet. He wasn't trying to outwit, outplay. He was trying to outlast.
That was a bit of a subtweet there. You're like,
it's a long con going on.
Eric wasn't being entertaining. He was getting a higher score.
I was really just trying to come up with a Gordon Lightfoot joke about Lake Michigan, and I couldn't do it.
I wasn't trying to be savage. It happened on accident.
Ooh,
but anyway,
savage.
There you go. You can choose a winner however you like. But either way, we're going to find out who is right after one teeny tiny break. See you in a few. Okay, audience, remember that the fun doesn't stop when we reveal our winner. You can see everything else we're up to at geekswhodrink.com and or by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Like and subscribe, you know the whole thing. Without further ado, AJ, who is our winner?
Helps if I make my sound live.
There we go.
Coming in with 11% of the vote is Nicole.
Thanks,
22
one person who voted for me.
Was that yourself? Did you vote for yourself, Nicole?
No, I voted for Pio.
What? Oh.
Whoa! Why would you do such a thing?
Yeah.
Naaim with 22%. And a final tie between both Eric and Pio with 33%.
Dink.
Pio got me because of his tiny liquor, and also we're both wearing black, so that was just as good a criteria as any. That's why.
Team Red did great. As a team, Team Red finished with 11 points, and Team Black finished with 10 points. So,
yeah. And Naaim, don't feel bad. The white guys prevailed, but they're going out of style. So
that's true.
We'll get them.
I'm sure
next time.
We're the worst.
Yeah, I'm sure the voters couldn't even tell us apart, right? So just
They're like, one of the two.
Same guy. I like him.
Same guy.
I like him. Whatever that guy is.
Same guy, different fonts.
yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, nice to play with you guys. And audience, thanks for watching as always. Make sure you come back next week to find out if our white dudes are still technically correct.
Technically correct, together forever, yeah. Technically correct, technically correct, birds of a feather, and I got a new obsession with you. Technically correct with you.
Technically Correct was filmed in front of a live internet audience.